reason? What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason? Reason for the treason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason? Huh?
You must be out your motherfucking mind to assume your puppet masters ain't planning mad disaster and doom. The very moment you pop out of your mom's womb, you're a sovereign king ready to blossom and bloom. However, things change for the absolute worst when you're issued a live certificate of birth, and that number is given to you before you're dribbling. That's when you become a United States citizen. Slavery has been abolished, I know that you heard the news, but the 14th Amendment's voluntary servitude. Once you register your child, you make a major alteration. You are now employed by United States Corporation. The Constitution thereby becomes a fiction. You can't mention it in any statutory jurisdiction. They hoodwink masses of people something awful. Just cause something's legal doesn't mean that it is lawful. It's time for me to change from being what I am. Through the years I feel the need like any other man. But what will I become? What am I to find?
What's the reason for the treason? Huh? You wanna die?
I see no reason, maybe I'm blind.
What's the reason for the treason? Huh?
I see no reason, I see no rhyme.
What's the reason?
I see no reason, I see no reason,
What's the reason?
I see no reason to waste my precious time.
What's the reason for the treason? You wanna die?
Best believe I believe in the life I'm leading. I'm a freedom fighter, I'm a fight for freedom. I'm the type that'll put a knife to the windpipe of a tyrant, leaving bleeding. Yeah, and I see no reason to keep accepting these acts of treason, to keep on eating the food they feeding, to keep believing the shit they preaching. Why? Because it's always lies, and when they caught, they don't even apologize. So when they open up their mouths, I tend to tune them out. I don't even pay attention when I see them speaking. Yeah, we gotta be the change, rearrange the system and let freedom reign. From sea to sea, friend, it's a brand new season. No more living like a slave, I don't see no reason.
I see no reason, maybe I'm blind. I see no reason, I see no rhyme. I see no reason, I see no reason, I see no reason to waste my precious time.
It's time for me to change from being what I am. Through the years I've been like every other man. But what will I become? What am I to
There seems to be a general
I didn't post a link in chat, did I? I swear that I did. Maybe it expired. I'll throw one out there for you boys and girls. Maybe you want to come up. But yeah, if you get deleted for a comment that you made in it's my moderators, they monitor my posts, and anybody in there is trolling, they'll get rid of you. And not just for any non-reason. Nobody was deleting your comment. Just you're like a sock because you got like this account. We don't like socks, dude. It's one of those things. I'll pin that at top. Yep, I put it in there. It's pinned. Well, somebody challenged me to spherical trigonometry today. And then they told me to prove or disprove satellites. And I don't think the burden of proof should fall on me to prove or disprove satellites. Do you? Nah. But they're right on schedule. Space Audits did a stream earlier on refraction, and I wanted to take a look at it because that was basically the topic to begin with. Refraction. Nah. Refraction is everything, I'm telling you. But it's not. I think we'll take a look at it right quick. Refraction, image formation, and the boundary of interface by what? I have no idea who it is. I think they were recovering somebody else's video, and I see Chicago across that skyline. I love Chicago. It's a great place. Satelloons, yeah. Well, I actually went to the industry, and I got a couple of pages worth of information I want to dig into. And the spherical geometry, there's a tutorial on it, but they take 3 points on the surface of Earth to get their triangle. That's not what we're talking about. That's not how you navigate. Weird, ain't it? Oh, look, Scott's going to come up here. Hey, Scott, you got the link. I saw you put out a song today, too. Hey, your mic's not working, dude. He'll try it again. Refaction. Yeah, there you go. Good one, Juno. I got to put that up for you. Refaction. And maybe the Globe police will be here, like Glober Luca will come by and try to ruin the show again. Here we're going to play it.
Hi, my name is Van,
It's Van.
and this
Hey,
is
Van.
a presentation on refraction. And specifically, we are going to be examining the common demonstrations used to back up the claim that refraction can effectively allow an observer to see beyond the geometric curve of the Earth.
Ooh,
So here we
right up
have
my alley.
a very well-known photo of the Chicago city skyline. And we are told that in this photo, we are not actually looking at the physical buildings. We are looking at the effects of refraction, because the buildings are roughly 60 miles away from someone standing on the shore, and you should not be able to see that far according to the Globe curvature formula.
I like this guy already.
Curvature rate. So this is the claim we are examining that refraction can cause this effect.
Brilliant.
In this presentation, I'm going to focus specifically on examples that introduce a second medium.
Mister.
And that would be image formation at the boundary interface. And that's what I want to talk about, and what I've learned about recently that I think is important in this conversation, because
We'll try this again.
the demonstrations
Hey, Scott.
used to prove
Yep.
Oh, you speak. This guy's going to break down refraction for us, I think.
It works. It works.
Refraction.
I had to restart my phone.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Heron, you're up.
What?
Eric, she went to bed. She's back in chat again.
Are we gonna disprove Satelloons?
Oh, we're going to look into what they claim it does, and actually with their actual web pages where you look up what satellites are. They don't give you a lot of information when you get down to it. When I'm looking through it, it's like they don't like point out
It's interesting.
what it is.
Why would there be not much evidence,
It's a good question.
like actual proof, like proof
Like,
evidence?
I want to see like what satellites where it is. They give you a coordinate system when you actually are dialing them in. Hey JJ.
Yeah, like things floating above the atmosphere
Yeah, I think so.
or in the atmosphere.
How you doing tonight, Jay?
Doing great, brother. How y'all doing?
Beautiful. We're having a fun old time.
Oh yeah, another day at it.
Yeah.
Night,
Mhm.
the late
I
night.
think Shane and what's his name? Is it Nathan, right?
What? Nathan?
Shane and Alan. Sorry, Shane and Alan.
Alan.
Yeah, they put this out today. I think people are bugging them about refraction. So
And we're gonna learn.
We're going to learn from the best. Refraction seems to be like the word for the day. Just let's don't mention anybody's names. Hopefully, they won't show up tonight.
This claim that that refraction can bend light around an obstruction as so we can form an image. The observer can form an image. This claim, these demonstrations are often used to back up that claim.
Ooh.
And I think they are not analogous to the claim they're trying to back up. So these pictures here in this demonstration are from our good buddy Jesse Path of Light.
Ooh.
And I got him from his YouTube channel, and I thought it was a decent demonstration of what we're about to see here. So a camera is looking out a window, and it has line of sight to a house that's across the street. And Jesse has put this obstruction here as so it's physically blocking the house that is behind it. And then he adds a prism to the top, which is a secondary medium, and then all of a sudden the house is refracted around the obstruction. And I think he even used this rounded opaque obstruction at the bottom here to represent the curve of the earth. And so this is a demonstration showing, hey, look, refraction can bend things around the curve. But what I hypothesize is going on is something very specific to the introduction of the second medium. It's not analogous to refraction within a single inhomogeneous medium. This is specifically when you add the second medium. So here's a little ChatGPT definitions here, and I just want to define image formation at a boundary interface and talk about it. So image formation at a boundary interface is the creation.
Yeah, this is going to put me to sleep at this rate. There's not prisms laying in front of Chicago, are they? That are bending the image up over the top of it. There's not another solid medium that's bending the light up. Right, Justin? You think? I'm going to go with a no. So this is the Snell's law they're demonstrating. When light interfaces with another medium, it will refract it. Yeah. Not an homogeneous interface, like just water.
Exactly.
Yeah. So basically what they're saying is that everything bends up due to the water layers and the moisture layers like a prism would do it. So the whole image of the city is brought up above the horizon over the curve of the earth. And that was his demonstration with a prism in a window. Prisms are bent too, right? So I don't think there's anything like that in nature that I can point at and go, yeah, that did it. It brought it up over there.
Yeah, and it automatically, magically puts it exactly right as if the earth was flat. It puts it right there every time.
Yeah, it is. It's magic.
Yeah.
I think Scott's having a problem with his phones.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. Now let's see what else he says. Play.
Virtual image due to the change in direction of light rays at the surface, separating two optical media of different refractive indices. So we have image formation is the creation of images due to the change of light rays at the boundary between two different media. That's what image formation at the boundary interface, and it's specifically because of the change.
That's exactly what Snell's law is. That's what refraction is, by definition. You have to have two separate media. There's got to be a different media between Chicago and the other side of the lake to actually have that occur, a solid image like that. It's the only way it works.
In direction of light rays. So and I'll talk more on that, but the boundary interface here, it says the physical surface where the refractive index changes abruptly, e.g. air, glass, air, water, etc. The key word here is abruptly. So the light is going from one medium with a refractive index, and then it's entering another medium with a different refractive index. So there's a jump. There's an abrupt change and a a change in the direction of light rays. So I think that is very significant when talking about refraction.
Oh, here
This
something.
effect happens
Premature
specifically at a
with that.
boundary interface.
Crap.
It does not happen within a single medium. So here's just a quick diagram. We have the two mediums, and it's showing the boundary interface right in the middle. And so medium one could be air. We have the incident ray coming from the top left. This is the light ray from the object or whatever. It's hitting the second medium. This could be the prism in our case, a prism or water or something. And so it enters the different medium. It hits the boundary interface. Light abruptly jumps to the different refractive index, and it is at that boundary interface that an image is formed specifically. So here's another example that I took at my apartment with my sink, and this is just highlighting the boundary interface again. We have a sink, we have an observer looking down at the sink, and the drain at the bottom of the sink is obstructed by the lip of the basin.
Okay, yeah, I get
But
it.
when we fill up the sink with water and remain at that same
Ooh,
angle of observation to the sink, the drain reveals itself. It has lifted up.
so that would be two separate mediums, correct, Justin? Yeah, and it's not
Yeah.
fully in view neither. So
Right.
that would have to be the case at Chicago, the whole damn city, perfectly, the buildings, everything, all the way across. No, I don't think so. I think what it is a clear day when there's no diffraction of light from all the moisture in the air. You can actually see across it. That's all. Make sense?
Yeah, what a concept you have there. That's way too logical, man. You're crazy.
No, I don't want. I'm stretching myself.
You're reaching, man.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah. Crap. Why did it do that? Get big.
To our eyesight. And this is specifically because of the boundary interface. So the light comes from the drain in the water. It hits the boundary between the water and the air. Light jumps refractive indices. It changes abruptly, and then that which allows for a virtual image to form, which we can see. If I take it one step further and I keep filling up the sink with water until the whole bathroom is filled up with water from the floor to the ceiling, and the observer's in there too, this is what I think you would see. There would be no boundary interface, and this is just to
No, there's
highlight
not.
how
You can do that in a pool,
it's the
dude.
boundary
With anything.
interface specifically that is causing
You can
this
see through it
refractive
clearly.
effect.
Yeah.
This refractive effect does not happen within a single inhomogeneous medium.
Nope.
So quickly, I want to just define an important term, which is inhomogeneous medium. So an inhomogeneous medium is one in which the refractive index varies smoothly with position. So we're talking about air, or the atmosphere. It has a density gradient. It is an inhomogeneous medium. So it varies smoothly with position, for example, with altitude in the atmosphere or depth in water. So unlike refraction at a sharp boundary interface, like air glass, there is no discrete jump in the refractive index of n. Instead, n changes continuously through space. So this is highlighting that within an inhomogeneous medium, there is no, it's a smooth, continuous, gradual path that the light is bending. There is no sharp change, therefore there is no image formation.
Google it. Oh,
So here's
yeah.
a quick
We'll
diagram
Google
of,
it, yeah.
of the light ray
reference.
bending in an inhomogeneous medium.
Let's
In the middle, you
demonstrate.
see the darker region is the denser part of the gradient, and you have light rays coming, like the top light ray. It's entering the medium, it's in the medium, and it's traveling down gradually and continuously toward the denser medium. So this is just how the light ray behaves within an inhomogeneous density gradient. And so here's just a couple more quick examples. This one's not the best, but I got this from Jaren's channel, and this is
Well, Aaron did something decent.
someone
I guess.
filming the display of a camera, so that's why it's a little wonky. But what we see here is that what they're showing here is a ball, and from this vantage point, you cannot see anything on the far side of it.
Yeah.
But when he puts a glass lens in front of the ball, then the pin or whatever on the other side of the ball is revealed. So this is just another example of adding a second medium, creating a boundary interface, which creates that virtual image because of the sharp bend that the light travels from different refractive indices. So
He
I
said
think this is the
Atmos
final
what?
slide, and I'll just end on this. This is a little meme I got from New Perspective. But in all these examples here, what needs to happen to show,
Yeah, the
you know,
medium has
again, we're
changed,
talking about the claim of
not a gradient
light bending around an obstruction,
refraction.
aka the curve of the Earth, and so it's an obstructed object that we are forming an image of, that is supposedly being lifted around the obstruction of the curve of the Earth. So that's the claim. But these examples and all these examples, they are not analogous to the claim, and they are used as evidence of the phenomenon. So in all these examples, a second medium is added, which creates the boundary interface, which allows for a virtual image to form due to refraction. So I think that's what's happening here, and
Or somebody's pushing it up from behind.
I'll just end it on that. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a decent little demonstration, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty ironic too, because Jaron will probably deny his own evidence at this point, right?
Oh yeah.
You spend 10 years of bringing all the evidence, and then overnight it's all worthless.
Yeah, I know. Goodness.
Pretty telling.
Yeah. And a glass prism is no comparison to just Atmo in the air.
Right.
No. I guess just once or twice, 3 times a month that happens in Chicago. Just
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the one where, what is that, Mount? I can't remember the name of it. The one where the sun goes behind it and you can actually see its
Canagoo.
yeah, Canagoo.
Yeah.
Like they want to claim that's refraction, and it's you can't even refract
Everything's
shadows, right?
He's in here saying that liquid nitrogen is just a single medium. Yeah, it was added to another medium called air. Yeah,
Well,
the light's already traveling through the air, and then you put some liquid nitrogen in front of it. It's a change in medium. Simple. That's Snell's law. That's exactly what that is. Just that simple. That's a law. It happens every time. That's why it's a law. Not every day in Atmo that it does that at all. So I was going to look at the Wesley challenged me to the triangle test. So he wanted to know how many degrees are in a triangle, and I gave him the standard degrees at 90, 45s, and then he no, and he wants to do spherical geometry, but they lay these out across the globe surface, and they draw a triangle, and they have more than 90 degrees between the two. But are they taking account any of the topography when they do these? They're looking for that spherical excess, is what they call it.
Yeah, they like to hand dismiss or cherry pick laws of physics, at will. It's subjective, apparently.
Yeah.
Laws, they're subjective.
They're effective. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll come up with some new laws of their own and get them in the books. Yeah. Yeah, we know we can do it with cold air on a flat surface too, dude. You can because the optics actually can't see so far. Your eyesight has a limit to it. It's called angular size. It will affect that too, especially a change in medium. Cold air does that. It slows down the molecules in the air. We know what it does. Good God. That doesn't physically move the object up from behind the curve. So any of the observations we make, they're always bending over the curve, no matter what. What curve? The curve you added to the equation. Yeah.
I'm AFK just for 1 sec, Roger.
Go ahead. So I'm going to look at their spherical geometry and how it's developed. Then we're going to look into satellites. A lecture on a solution of spherical geometry. Let's go to the very top of it. We'll read through the tutorial. We'll learn how to do this. This is supposedly calculus, I guess, and this is what Newton specialized in supposedly. But he was touted as the inventor of it, but he did a study in it before he was the inventor of calculus. I don't understand your history. The dude was objectively incorrect. How is that? So the cold air between my neighbor's house and here makes it come up over the said curve of the earth. Is that what you're trying to tell me? When I can actually just go draw a line to it from here to there and walk right into the thing. When I'm going down a narrow street, the reason I can see down a narrow flat street is because it's being bent over the curve of the earth with cold air. I don't know. You tell me, dude. I think that's just a lot of ad hoc stuff.
Yeah, we can see a little too far. That's all.
Yeah,
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
But they claim it's all refraction, and then when we get to the definition of refractions, they say, "Oh, this works, this works, this works, this works," and we're in a constant gradient of refraction at all times. And then you go measure it with a laser or theodolite, and you actually get a distance to it, and you actually have a linear distance, which now that wraps around the ball too. Hold on to the ball, dude. Yeah, but it doesn't remain constant, dude. If the air in the room is all at one temperature, you'll see what you see.
You can only chalk it up as delusional at this point, right?
Yeah. Well, you can go watch Guy Freeze demonstrations. They did a good job with it. They used open a door in a room and they let the cold air come in and bring the things up. But there was nothing over a curve. The floor was completely level all the way across it. No, the Black Swan was baited with refraction, dude. That's why QE made it that way. He wanted you to bring in the refraction argument. There's already a measured distance to those oil rigs. And there are days when you can see them without any refraction or diffraction involved in it. You just got to get out there and do the work. Like Pebble.
Yeah, it's mind blowing with their claims. They have to account for miles and miles of missing curvature, but they can't show us an inch or two of it. Yeah. But we could see stuff that should be tens of miles below, hidden by curvature, physical.
Yesterday we showed a flight they actually took over, I think in Dubai, right? And they could actually see the mountain range that the Himalayas are in. They could see the tops of the mountains for the most part. And I think it was 2,010 feet or miles, I think. Yeah, to Everest. You could see the peaks and all the mountain ranges around it. And all I got was they didn't take a picture. That it wasn't. Those are the wrong mountains. They actually took a flight. They showed the flight. They even talked to the pilot. He said you can actually see the mountain ranges from where they were himself.
Yeah, they demand constantly empirical evidence from everything you do, but yet they get caught with the stupidest, most ridiculous lies and just have any excuse that'll just hand dismiss it, and it's okay. Well, on to the next.
He just literally said that Luca actually literally said that those weren't the mountains that they're looking at. These are not the droids you're looking for, kind of thing. What other mountains were they looking at? They actually showed where the mountains were, and they are actually looking in the direction of it, and they actually took a film of the actual peaks and presented them right there. I mean, you shouldn't see that. And he even did the calculations with all their curve calculators for the most part, and it still wouldn't be able to be seen at all. But yet we're looking at them. It was amazing. They just don't want to admit the Earth is flat. That's all it really boils down to. You agree? I think that's what it is.
Don't believe anything you hear and half of what you see. I guess they're implying to us, huh?
Yeah. So let's see. We got an index here. Common curves on a surface of an ellipsoid. That's what we started off with. in the normal section. What is a normal section? That's my question. In a geodetic line of curve, radii of curve, the different types of arcs, and a summary. So they tutorial you in spherical geodetics and geometry to start with, don't they? They do this in college, I'm sure. I never took it. I never took a college course on it. So, well, he's making more comments. If you're gonna spam the chat, I'll just do what I did last time. And if you come back, I'll just ban you completely.
That 1, 2, 3.
If you want to come in and make the point, you can. There's a link up top. And if your name's a monkey, don't bother. You lied to me once just to get in here. He got in the channel last night, lied to do it.
Yeah.
He pretended he was somebody else. And then he said he wasn't him. And then I opened up, and there he was.
The definition of gotta lie to kick it.
Yeah. Well, they say they get played like that. Like you got to lie to flirt, you got to lie to glurf. We can make up our own minds. We don't have to take everybody's word for it. You know, we actually examine the evidence. We're not just like zombies. They said flat. Huh? No, we just we think about it as it goes. With the evidence comes.
Yeah, it goes without saying with proper due diligence.
Yeah. So we got
Speaks for itself.
We got an overview here. We got a lecture. Today's lecture is plane triangle formulas. So we're starting out with plane trigonometry and plane triangles. Then we go to spherical, and we got spherical solutions. So I mean, both of them work, obviously. So when they go out to build, like if you went out to build a house tomorrow, who is CY? Is it somebody else is in here? Let's see. Somebody wants to come in. I want to know who you are. You can show yourself if you want to come in. Is this the same guy we had the argument with the other day? He's got the same name. He came in about, I think, 4 weeks ago.
What's the name on it?
CYG.
Yeah,
there was somebody who actually he went to college somewhere up north. I'm pretty sure it's MIT or something. He has a degree. He wanted to argue it, but if your camera don't work, type in private chat. Anyways, back to the lecture. Understanding the difference between plane triangles, spherical, geodetic triangles, and appreciating the need special techniques to handle spherical or geodetic triangles. What kind of special need do we have for spherical triangles? I can't think of one. I'm pretty sure if we measure a distance between two, we can actually make a triangle of our own and find a distance to something without having a spherical triangle involved in it. Learning the various methods of solving spherical triangles, why you have to solve a spherical triangle. Is it different from the regular triangle? It's probably not a triangle at all. And we got a plane triangle here demonstrated. But it doesn't look like it's got even sides on it, does it?
Does not.
No. So what you do is these are equations just to get the distance between each side of it to get the solid radius or the circumference of the triangle. That's what you're doing. What we're looking for when we're doing it, when you do any kind of navigation, you want the distance to from the triangle. That's all. You're not worried about the radius of it. A spherical triangle, look at this thing. That's a jumbled up mess. How many different points do you have on that triangle? So I guess it's just in red. The other ones don't really matter, right?
You got me, man.
Yeah. Well, if you each are these equal triangles, right? So equal sides, but these look bent, so that you don't get a full linear distance in this triangle.
Right.
Yeah.
Either lose or gain from the curvature.
Yeah. But I hear it works.
Yeah. Cool story, bro.
I know. So
I want to say that I want to say that CY guy is Crashes, if I recollect right. I'm not sure, but
Me neither.
either way, never mind. It don't matter.
Yeah. Did you type in private chat? You put something in there. Let's see. You'll help me cover this. In what way? Now, are you gonna like show me how the globe works? Is that what you want to do, dude? He wants to come in and help me through this. I don't need. I'm not in class. I don't need a tutorial on how spherical triangles work. There's an example on screen how you take a point from the north to get what is that? A meridian line? Yeah, I don't know. Good question. I'm pretty sure we can do a slice of pizza on our own. That's basically what we're looking at here. And we got sines and cosines, and then we have to translate all that instead of actually just measuring the distance between points and just getting an average out of it. We don't need to do all that stuff. This seems like it's really complicated for what reason again? I don't know.
Because it has to be.
Yeah, I know. So they're testing your cognitive abilities with whether you can add numbers and come up with averages. And he typed something else in. What are you going to do? With any cues. What is a cue? I don't get it. You read what he said back here in private chat? I need a translator. That doesn't look like English. Questions. We don't have really any questions. We know how it works. This way you can slide in the radius of a said sphere that's assumed. And then that you go from there with all the rest of the mechanics that go with it. But in real world, what are these actually used for? I mean, if you have a further distance than you have, that's not a triangle. If you divide things up into triangles at equidistant triangles, you'll end up with the same distance. You don't need spherical trig or what they call calculus. This is completely unnecessary. And I'm pretty sure Brian's logic would agree with me. Look, see this? They actually put a triangle in the middle of it.
Try to make it look straighter.
Yeah, that's how they measure the distance, but then they have that spherical excess. So you wrap that around the ball instead of just drawing a straight line. You calculate the curvature in. I don't think I need any help with the question. I think I get it, and you have to do it linearly like this to actually calculate the spherical excess into the triangle. Now, in real world, JJ, and I'm going to get this off the screen. It's just not really worth my time, I don't think. There's no calculus there. Cell nav and GPS and such. What about it? You have a coordinate system built into GPS. I'll give you that. They plot your coordinates for you. They even send it to you. So you basically take the coordinate system on your spherical Earth and you throw it at me. And that's where I'm at. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that before that, they didn't use that at all. They used run lines and stuff. You've heard of that, right, JJ?
Yeah, I have. This isn't the guy I was thinking of either.
No.
You know, but all this is, it's good stuff, but it's like,
yeah,
just show us the curve, man. Just show us a little curve, just a little bit, a little peak of some curve.
Pull the skirt up a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little bit, Yeah, I mean, it's just circular reasoning, really. They want to get into maths and, all this into the weeds when Occam's razor, realistically.
He's telling me now that they don't put a coordinate system in the satellites. They actually do what? There's no way that they know where they're at. Oh, I mean, seriously, they put the satellites in orbit, as you would call it. Ding.
Oh, he didn't say that.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
I don't know. That's what he said.
He said cell nav GPS. There is no that means calculations there. There are the satellites do not know where you are. Why would they know where I am? You pick up a signal from them. They put the same information out. They put the same grid out. That's all they do. You can triangulate yourself to a point, supposedly with a satellite. I think there's just like supposedly 6 geocentric satellites, or what do you call it? What's the name of the orbit where they don't move? They just sit there in lockstep with the Earth. I don't remember.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't think of it either.
Yeah. But they're all at the horizon, and I don't think there is any at the north and the south poles to speak of. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see a satellite, actually a real satellite. Like somebody do a flyby in a high altitude aircraft and film a satellite. It wouldn't be that hard. If you know where they're orbiting at, you could go out there and film one.
Yeah, you think with 20,000 of them in the air, it shouldn't be that hard, right?
No, you should be able to get a nice view of one.
And they always got the cool camera guy that always seems to get the good shot of the satellite itself from behind it somehow.
Yeah, I know, but you know, if you look at that, it's artist work, dude.
Oh, because it has to be. Oh, Simmons, you know.
Oh yeah. So we're looking at. He's saying now that that's done. Their coordinates are done with the receiver at the end. So they're at a longitude and latitude. They receive a signal from a geodetic satellite or whatever the hell it is.
There you go, geostationary.
Geostationary.
Dr. Bass got it. Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Bass. Anyways, a geostationary satellite from a coordinate system, and they don't use any mapping system at all. And so it's not programmed into the device at all. They don't know anything.
Satellites are BS anyway, right? I mean,
I'm still trying to figure out how they figure out their location.
Like 90% of it's all ground, you know, towers and
Yeah, all the data that you
barely leave your town or get in a valley, and there goes your reception. So satellites aren't worth a shit if they're even.
Well, I don't think most people's devices, they say, is done on ground-based towers, anyways.
Right.
And I got to look at some of those. They're huge, gigantic microwave fields they're building. Got towers on them. Yes, but they have a map built into their system, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Right. No doubt.
Yeah. And my GPS doesn't know where I'm at half the time, even when it's taking me to a place. It'll take me into a town with an older grid in it, and it'll have that laid out as the driving route. Make a left here. There's no street. I'm like, okay.
Right.
There's one in Jerome, actually. When you come up the hill going into Jerome, they tell you to make a left turn if you're trying to get to downtown. And you come around a blind curve, and the turn is into somebody's driveway, and behind that's a cliff.
Yeah, I've run into that quite often as well. Just getting in the back countries, you know, they'll tell you to turn where there's no turns.
There's no street here. There's a field. I can't go anywhere. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, let's have some technical difficulties.
Yeah. So basically, when I looked up satellites, it basically gave me, like, I went to DirecTV, and they say they have 12 geostationary satellites that broadcast their broadcast, and they give you the coordinate system for it. I've never done installations with the home satellites. Most of the satellites I've done personally were for music, background music, and I'm up on top of a building, and I'm aiming them at 25 degrees at southwest at a coordinate system, or basically just like north at 45 degrees or 15 degrees. I aim that, and I get my signal in. But it does come and go. You'll narrow it in. But I mean, that could be done easily. It doesn't have to come from a satellite in space. They're broadband, high frequency broadcasts. They're directional. I get it, but what are you pointing at? Is there something falling around the Earth at the same rate it's falling or spinning? Exactly. They dialed it in and they send it over.
It is such a clown world, man. You know, these satellites are supposed to keep up with us in 4 different directions. Meanwhile, constellations exist. You know, we're going Mach speeds and 4 different directions, man, spinning and tilted and wobbling. But all these satellites are geostationary, and you know,
well, the whole point of that dance they do with all those directions is because all the so-called forces that they proclaim as physical actually zero each other out. And they'll walk you through it. I've had a Globey do it. He'll, like, we're spinning at this speed and we're traveling at this speed, but the centrifugal force here makes it seem like you're not moving for the point. They just break it all down. You're not actually in motion. Just we say you're in all these speeds to make everything happen. It's the magic and the beauty of the heliocentric model, the globe model itself. Everything
Yeah.
just works in perfect sync to give you exactly
Excuse
no
central,
motion.
man.
Yeah, none.
It's so nonsensical. It's actually mind blowing. It really is.
So if you just take it from the base, right, and you don't feel like you're moving, you treat everything stationary, you go from point A to point B, no problems. You actually can drive, fly, walk, whatever. You don't have any issues with any of these particular forces. They don't really affect you in that.
Everything just appears like it's, immovable and topographic. But it's not. It's not.
Well, yeah.
Just all observations and, anything that you weren't brainwashed with will tell you that you wouldn't ever believe any of this shit if you weren't told it.
Yeah. Before the satellite age, don't you remember there was radio, right? Correct.
Oh yeah.
And radio went further than it should have for a long time. I think Marconi did it. He took Tesla's technology. They hijacked it. Then they killed off Tesla, didn't they? They starved him out in New York.
Mm-hmm.
The man.
Radio's all line of sight as well, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But they got an excuse for that. Refraction. But I don't know.
Any excuse, man. If that doesn't work, how about bending and warping of space time? that'll get that radio signal around the globe. That works.
Yeah, this guy in the back just said ionosphere. Ionosphere, man.
It bounces off the top, man. It doesn't exist. We don't have a container or.
It might be a container. What do you think?
Yeah,
it could be.
You're on
I'll be right back, JJ.
Right on.
Ionosphere.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, Scott is in the chat, but not up here, so he's having technical difficulties.
No, we're not under. We're under. I gotta go piss.
All right, keep it down, man. Don't shake it more than twice. And wash your hands, man.
I will.
And put the lid down, man. When you're done. Before you flush, so it don't get all over your toothbrush. Damn conspiracy theorists. Yeah, it bounces off the ionosphere, doctor. On a sphere. That's pretty funny. That is funny.
Oh. Hey, JJ, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've been streaming with PJ for like the last 4 hours before I started my show. So that's the second break I've taken since then.
I need a poop bucket.
Poop bucket. I'm not going to do an Arwen and start wearing Depends.
Oh shit.
I can do streams for hours.
Yeah, I heard who was it? Banner said he was going to start a stream that goes 24 hours a day.
Ooh, nice. I like seeing him do it. Who is C? There's somebody in the back. Let's see.
No clue.
Oh, no, that's not. They left, I guess. They said that was funny. Sorry, I wasn't there for whoever C was. So we just tackled refraction basically, and we looked at spherical geometry. We didn't really get any answers out of that, practical answers. So anything they've done is just to comport to the spherical surfaces, like the definition that they put in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, which you can dig through all the dictionaries. You won't find that particular definition in any of them. That's the only one that I've ever seen that says, I didn't really cover it. We looked at it. Simple. How do you get a straight line distance on a sphere?
As the bird flies.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the dip correction you're going to tell me about next is really simple. It's your height above the surface. That's what you do dip correction for.
I got a question for you, Raj. Like, if like when you see alleged meteors or anything falling through the sky, it always leaves
You're in
a trail.
twice. Hold on.
I'm in twice. What? Why am I in twice?
I'll get ready.
Okay,
I got it.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Can it work?
Yeah. Easy. Just did it.
Jeez. I want to hear what JJ is saying because I love this idea. JJ, wait, are we
what I-
good?
my question is, when you see like a meteor and it always leaves a trail because gases are being left behind, how come no picture from space has Earth leaving a tail or a trail of gases?
Because it's moving so fast. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
You know what's funny about that? It makes me think of like Rasta Bear. You know Rasta Bear, right?
Oh yeah.
So he was arguing with, like, a year ago with Sav about like, you know, falling, like things falling like rocks, right?
Mhm.
You know, and have you guys seen like I'm talking like, you know, like really close, like through the fog, even like on the mountain up here, I see like through the fog like a freaking shooting star. I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, what is that? Right? What is that, JJ? What do you think?
That's a good question, man. I'm gonna start with I don't freaking know, but I'll
Okay.
ascertain it. Entertain it.
I'll tell you what I think it is.
Yeah, you go first.
The firmament falling, like a piece of it, like a fragment of the firmament falling at how fast? What? I mean, how fast
9.8
can a rock?
meters per second.
No, that's just the gravity.
Gravity.
No, it gets faster as the further it falls. But
Yeah, but it gets slower as it gets into the medium, correct?
I'd imagine.
will-
well,
Does it have
yeah,
a maximum velocity?
well, what's it called? Terminal velocity. Yeah,
Mhm.
terminal velocity according to the mass and the area, the size, the size of a fragment or whatever. But think about it though, like a little pebble falling off the freaking firmament. Like what if the firmament? JJ, have you ever heard this? The firmament might be obsidian. You know what obsidian is?
Not really. I've heard of it. I couldn't tell you though. It's a mineral.
Did I drop out, or did Scott drop out again? I
Scott
think
dropped.
he did. Yeah, he's having issues with his mic or his phone.
So what is
dude,
obsidian?
What was the question we were answering?
What
I
was
answering
obsidian?
guys. The what?
He asked me if I knew what obsidian was.
I
And I
have
was
no
like-
idea.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
So the thing is, the name of this, the title of the stream is it's like a tip of the hat, you might say. I don't use tangent lines. We don't pre-assume a sphere to begin with. That's how they get their tangent point. They have to actually make the sphere in the math. Then they take a linear tangent. That's how they do their math. They can't get it without the straight line. They can't make the math work.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Yeah, well, but how they? He's saying don't need that. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That's how you do it.
So we
Yeah.
were talking about what falling stars were, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's a
I
good
was just-
question. man.
Yeah, that is a good question, man. But he was claiming, he thought that it was possibly a piece of the firmament falling, right?
Yeah, I've
what
heard
I'm
that
saying.
before too. The same
I
with
never heard that.
meteors. Yeah, like meteor showers. Like if there's friction in the actual dome or the firmament, if it's moving, and obviously it is moving at a certain rate, there will be like probably organic material break off of it eventually here and there. Obviously, it replenishes itself at some point, some way, and I think a lot to do with the temperature. Like if you go to like Antarctic, the ring around it, you're going to find it's cooler there. That may be the reason why, because the dome actually gets cold. It kind of contains itself like a refrigerator, you might say.
Well, why would you see the piece of the firmament fall? How would it be lit up? Like usually when you see a
Well,
falling star.
Yeah. Well, what it be a hypothesis would be, and that it would be burning up due to friction as it comes into the heavier
Uh-huh.
medium and the lower part. So then it would light up. You would see it like a fire, like have an arc to it, like the same with an asteroid, or not an
Right.
asteroid, but the comets or actual celestial bodies that are
So-
actually low enough to actually burn.
Right. So it actually wouldn't be the star at all. It's actually just a piece of the firmament that catches fire
Yeah,
through the
that.
process.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's
it would
good,
probably
'cause is
heat
it-
up really hot.
have they ever recorded, like, say, like a star that's from a specific constellation that fell and is no longer a part of the constellation.
I don't know,
I've
dude.
never heard of that before.
No, neither have I, man.
You know what I mean, though? Like I've
Yeah.
never seen a star that was recorded that it fell, it's not there no more.
Yeah, I don't know what their definition of falling star is. We should look that up, dude. So what do
Interesting.
heliocentrists think a falling star is in physicality? What is it? You can obviously see it. I've seen shooting stars
Uh,
in the desert, and I lived in you lived in Arizona. Yeah,
oh yeah,
plenty of them. We've seen plenty of shooting stars.
oh yeah. But I've never seen a major one that was like from a known constellation or anything.
Yeah,
You know,
like
I've never even heard of
Polaris
that
didn't
before.
shoot across the sky, did it? Or
Right, and now it's missing
Aries.
part of its ladle. You know,
Yeah,
never heard
there
that.
it is. Yeah,
My phone freaked out at the point. Yeah.
I want to look that up right quick. That's funny. Google it. Might as well because I don't have any books here. I did get a book though, JJ. Did I tell you about that?
Which one?
Oh, I got a book I'm going to take with me if I get to go on my trip here. It's a Norton Star Atlas, and it's a reference handbook for like if I want to find out where I am, I can use the stars. It gives me the coordinate system and everything to go with it, and all the charts to go with it. And I paid like $12 for this thing. It's a globe book,
Right.
but it can translate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
So
before that.
if and when you do go and everything goes as you would hope,
I hope.
where in Antarctica are you supposed to be going?
I want to go down to the 90th parallel. I want to get far enough south so I can look at the actual phenomenon that the globe actually tells you that happens. The sun actually is supposed to circle around you in a 360-degree circuit,
Right.
all the way around you.
It'd make it pointless to go if you weren't in one of those specific locations.
Yeah. So the 90th parallel, anywhere close to the actual supposed geographic location of the South Pole. That's where the magic's supposed to happen.
And they just have job openings for you.
They have job openings at both of the bases down there. So, but they haven't answered me back. I've put in 2 applications for 2 different positions so far.
Just seems odd to me. Like, why, I don't know. They tell you a lot of things about that place, That's why I'm interested to see what happens with you, because, I don't know. Logically, it's like that place is off limits, It's
and they keep telling me the treaty isn't intact. I've had a lot of globies tell me that the treaty's only like 2 pages long and it doesn't really contain anything at all. And
boy,
that kind of crap.
Come from the same people that think you can see freaking stars from trillions of miles away.
Yeah,
and they're spinning, hurling, wobbling, tilted.
Yeah, and you feel none of these motions at all, although they're high velocity motions that all the forces like gravity, even the magnetic core of the Earth, and all the rest of it holds you in place like a perfect little package. But you're still traveling through the universe at these magnificent speeds. Oh, yeah. It's just,
have you ever seen these globers like be like, hey, that whole boats over the curve thing, that was stupid, Like, you ever heard one say that?
No, I haven't. No, not one of them.
Me neither. Because that's just been debunked back in the 90s, It's like, they just think they're so damn smart, and just be honest. I don't even care, just be honest.
Yeah, I wanted to show you this, JJ. Check it out. Look, these are the microwave towers that they present in their the technology. You see this? See these towers down here? Maybe we should look at them. What do you think? There you go. That's massive, dude. And those could broadcast for probably long distances, dude. That could do any satellite TV. If that is at that coordinate that they're handing out to you, like if you're getting DirecTV and your technician comes out and he installs that dish at the top of your roof and he points it at that degree, if that signal can travel that far, you will get it. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. There's probably tons of this shit now. So far that I wouldn't live by it. Would you?
Hell no.
No. I've seen what it does over time, dude. All the vegetation within like a 50-foot radius from any one of these cones, it just shrills up, dies, and gone. If it's going to kill a tree, I don't think I want to live next to it.
It's almost escapable, though, with the next red and the chemtrails, and it's just if they want to, they're going to do it. If they want you with anything really,
And the guy didn't put the stars there. It's just points that we can resolve, and they're not parallel light. There is no such thing in the grand scheme of things. Like at that point of light that you're looking at in the heavens, light radiates every direction from it. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything diverges at a point. And
The inverse square law of light. Everything's going to get wider and weaker as the farther it gets from its source.
Yeah. So that makes me think that they're not really far away. So people that are using binocular, monocular style telescopes are actually probably looking for a close light, and you're going to get a better resolution when you look for it that way. And I think what the idea was to start with.
Occam's razor and all that. Keep it simple, man. It's like if you can see it with the human naked eye, it's local. It's the no-brainer, because you can only see so far as a human being, right?
Yeah.
What a concept.
Yeah, it is. So hold on, wait a minute, JJ. 123A is telling me that 99.99% of starlights parallel. How do you prove that?
Well, if that's the case, how come we don't see no parallel rays hitting Earth? It's always
Crepuscular. Yeah.
What a concept. See, they just like to cherry pick and hand dismiss and just, it's clown world, bro.
Well, because the sun's so close at 93 million miles away that it makes crepuscular rays.
Yeah. No. They'd all be parallel, man. But then they'll claim that it's hitting the atmos,
That's because they're constantly lit. That's why it never goes to 0, 1, 2, 3. They're constantly emitting light.
Well, I have a hard time as well with the moon reflecting light from the sun because
at that distance, that's
it's just stupid. And there's never a crepuscular highlight, or not crepuscular, but a specular highlight, where anytime you shine a light off anything spherical, it's going to leave that hot spot,
Yeah.
And you don't ever see that on the moon.
No, you don't. You just get phases, from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's some type of charging, but I'm not going to claim to know, regardless of what I think. Some people like Flat Earth Nation just like to push it, and it's that's fine if you believe that, but stop pushing
proving it's another thing. Yeah, you got to be able to get there to actually show what it actually really is.
Yeah.
They're talking about stuff they don't know about, and they're making a lot of assumptions about it. And like, for instance, what are the stars made of? That's a real good question. Have you heard what they say they're made out of? I'm pretty sure you have.
No.
Like they're different gases that are collapsing in on themselves, and they're creating so much friction that they're burning up, but they have a half-life on them. They get neutrino stars. I got to look them all up. I used to know.
Aren't they all suns or some shit?
Well, yeah, there's some that were actually there originally that formed during the Big Bang, and that's where everything gravitated to. So that's where galaxies formed around these giant stars.
Yeah. Oh, a mass attracting mass. They can't prove that shit, dude. Yet they were supposed to believe that it's supposed to orbit around it perfectly, and defy three-body problems, and just all these other shit.
There's another problem they got there with that, because the universe is always expanding. That's what they say.
Right.
Like, things are getting further apart. But I've actually heard them say back, I think it was in the 90s, that from what they could tell now, the universe stopped expanding from their last background radiation check that they did, and that it's cooling off. It's the great chill, is what they say. It's like when entropy takes over and everybody. No, we're not talking about a three-body problem, dude. So you're the same guy. So you're going to give me a math equation that'll actually solve all the problems. We're just talking about a solid mass and a solid mass of the same density revolving around each other.
Right.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
The gravity doesn't change. The gravitational constant, if you want to scream it, the gravitational constant, you wouldn't understand it.
Yeah. You're damn right you wouldn't. It is nonsense.
It was just a blanket statement that Newton came up with.
So how do they?
Because he couldn't figure it all out. He wanted to marry heaven and earth with it. That's what he did.
Ah, gotcha. How do they hand dismiss like redshift and blue shift is whether it's going away or towards you? Am I right?
Yeah, I don't remember which redshift.
Either way, how
towards
how
away
do
from
they
the woodchip.
explain how shit's coming toward you? If they claim that it's a big bang, so everything should be going away from it. So is it bouncing off of itself and coming back? You see
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying?
Good question.
How
Yeah.
how does something come back toward you when everything's exploding into never-ending, expanding space, but it comes back? Some of it does.
Like even like the Celestials are actually they're in a cycle. They have a solar cycle. They do the same thing every freaking year, and they claim they got these 11,000 year predictions. Like this is supposed to happen here. Uh, the universe is going to be over here in like 7,000 years. This is going to happen. It supposedly happened 7,000 years ago. I guess it's on record. I don't know where they get their record from. I think they just actually make up a lot of stuff.
No,
Yeah, no.
it's his story, man. They get to write whatever and however they want, you know.
The ability to actually get a hold of some of these large telescopes and actually see what they're looking at. That's what I would love to do.
Well, the sky's always going to be a mystery. I think it's designed that way. You know, we can entertain what it is, but you know, no one's ever going to know. Truthfully, I don't know. Dave Weiss just claimed tonight that he put it behind a paywall, by the way, because he says I'm going to be talking about this stuff, but he literally claimed that he knows what the sun is and blah 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 blah, and you just got to go to he's got 2 parts, and you got to go to the first one, and then the second one's at quartzite, and you got to pay. It's like basically paying to get his information, basically. But
I have his app. It may be on there.
I don't know. Just that's some.
That's a lot of claim.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro.
Don't
That's
make
dishonest. That's all that is. And your credibility's just getting worse and worse, man. You know, as far as what I see with him. But to each his own, man.
Yeah, there's people that like Dave. That's where they first heard about flat Earth.
I've always liked Dave, man. I do like Dave. That's what makes this hard, dude. I'm not here to divide, dude, but here I am. I have to divide. You know, when you're in a war,
right in the
you have to
middle
pick
of
a side.
PFE, didn't he? Did he not jump in the middle of it? He jumped right
Of
in as
course
soon
he
as
did.
Jaron and Austin
And
came back. Boom.
If anybody should recuse himself, it should be him because of his app. And he was the first one to dive in, and it should have been me. And you guys are all making flat Earth look dumb, which like flat earthers care about looking dumb all of a sudden.
No, we don't.
We've been nothing but called dumb our entire belief of flat Earth, right? Or knowing of it.
You think the Earth is flat?
Yeah,
You're stupid.
Mockery comes with our position, you know.
Yeah.
That's part of the gig, man.
Yeah, but it
Comes with the
shouldn't.
territory.
No, JJ, it shouldn't affect your personal or your work life at all. But yet it has.
That's why
Yeah.
he claimed he did it all because it was to save us from flat Earth looking bad.
Oh no.
It's like
You feel like you're looking bad yet? Scott, do you look bad?
What?
Do you feel bad right now? Do you look bad for being a
Look,
flat earther?
I look good
Oh, thank you.
for being a flat earther. Yeah.
it's embarrassing, guys.
It's embarrassing. No, I've never
I'm
been
embarrassed, man. No, hell
I've
no.
never, dude. Honestly, I've never been embarrassed. I think I'm weird. Like, have you ever been like embarrassed? Like, oh, look at me being retarded. No, I'm like, it's how it works.
Yeah, we're just proud deplorables, man.
So anyway, so I was trying to say, so obsidian it's actually comes from lava. Okay. Right.
All right.
So Roger, I've told you this before, right?
I don't remember.
Allegedly.
No, you don't remember. All right. So JJ, think about this, right? So what if there's lava underneath the flat Earth, right? Okay. So think about, because there is, right?
Obviously, there's some lava in the Earth. Obviously,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they say, I've heard this. It's like a theory. I just looked it up too, by the way. Like perlite and vermiculite. You know what that is? Perlite.
Never heard of it. No.
Nope. News to
You
me.
guys? Okay. So if you put perlite, which is obsidian, like a little fragment of it, if you put it in a fire, it starts sparking, like shooting off like a fire, like a firecracker kind of,
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
like a shooting star, right?
It looks like the moon lander taking off to go back to Earth.
Yeah. Good job.
All the rainbow
was-
sparkles and
Yeah. Well, not that many rainbow. I mean, not that many colors, but like, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Let me
Yeah.
stop you for a second, Scott. Like a sparkler, basically. Really, like technically.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah.
like, okay, Roger, you said the friction part, right?
Yeah.
The friction would be coming from how high? Like 60 miles, 70 miles, 80 miles, whatever. You know, who knows how high the firmament is, right? So, but the thing is, though, it comes from lava and it cools, and as the lava cools, it goes up and creates a dome, or in my opinion, it would be a flat dome, but whatever, right? So that's all from lava from the bottom, then going up, and then little fragments because it's moving, right? So you have to remember that part, the moving part, because the stars and everything are all moving, and the firmament's moving too, like circling around, right?
Around a circuit, yeah.
And then so then freaking if little fragments, from whatever, like I don't know, like up there's not much pressure, there's minimal pressure, but maybe there's fragments falling, and that's why we're seeing shooting stars. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's possible. It's very possible.
You hear what we were saying about, like, have you ever seen a star fall out of a constellation and never be a part of that constellation anymore?
I heard you say that. No, that's the thing. Like, it's not the same thing. I've
never heard of that either. Yeah.
No.
I mean, that would be interesting. Like, but have you ever seen that? No, because stars apparently are fixed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they do go in motion though. That's obvious, but I mean, they are fixed in that spot.
No, I mean, like they're not falling. I'm saying until God in Revelation, God says
that's what's
Revelation
prophesied in the book. Yeah, that the stars will fall. Yeah, and that would be kind of hard in a heliocentric model.
Hey, I got
it. In mountains, oh, that's a good part too. Mountains will be flattened too. I love that part of the Bible. That's one of my favorites.
I got a theory for you, Scott. What if they just stole all of our creator symbols and ideas, and the top of the dome at our apex is 3959?
In the year 3959. No, you mean the radius. Yeah, I know.
Radius. What did I say?
Miles? No. I was joking about in the year. You remember that song? Roger, you know that song.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did say radius, right? 3959 radius.
Well, you said 3959, and I'm such a nerd.
Hold on.
We're such nerds. We're such nerds. We know what you mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So 3969 is not the official radius. They say it's 3963 is the official radius.
Well, it depends. Well, which part are you which part of the radius though? If it's an oblate spheroid.
Oblate. Yeah.
Oblate.
I just feel like they're real good at that, stealing all those concepts and reverse engineering everything. And if we live in a toroid, and that's why the sky matches everything in a spherical, manner. I don't know.
I think that a lot of that's probably due to.
I like where you're going there. With the donut, like a what do you call it? Like a donut type thing.
Toroid.
Yeah, toroid. Yes.
Yeah. And they just
it's magnetic. It's all magnetic, dude.
I don't know. Yeah.
So 3959 might be miles.
Right.
But they
3,959 miles high. Maybe.
But we know if it's dome shaped, then that's why they recorded it like 13,000 feet over in Antarctica, air quotes, because that's why I said apex. You know what I mean? Like right above your head or whatever.
Zenith. Yeah,
Zenith. My bad.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Same thing. No, apex. Same thing.
Yeah, I'm learning something today, boys.
You're getting learned.
Yeah.
Learned it.
Roger's a good educator.
Educator. Yeah. By the way, this
educator. That's a good one. Educator, Matt.
Mercator.
That's right.
Hey, whatever happened to old Mercator? He used to do some really good maps. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, he had the giant freaking Greenland. Yeah. Retard.
No, that's something they printed out. Mercator actually did most of the older maps.
See, look at you. You're simping for Mercator, aren't you?
No, like the old Mercators, like Hyperborea. That was one of his first maps. You've seen it, where you have the four.
Yeah, the four quadrants in the north. Yeah.
You know how we always think there's like a good guy, bad guy. This guy was good. That historian was legit, or we're gonna rely on.
What guy? There's no guy.
Whether it be Tesla or Snell's Law or any of these historians. Okay, we know that history is written by victors, and it doesn't make it true or false. And I'm certain we've been through some type of reset, and it just seems to me like
how many?
At least
Multiple.
one, multiple,
No,
probably. I don't know.
I'm thinking 3 or
Me
4 at
personally,
least.
I've been tapping into the old Satan season. I know a lot of people don't like that, want to get defensive, but tough shit.
Bro,
I'm
bro,
entitled.
dude, seriously. Okay, go ahead. But let me tell you. Oh, go ahead.
But what I'm getting at is like, go ahead. I'm gonna regain what I was thinking exactly. Go ahead.
Well,
You gotta gather the
when,
thought.
when did you first hear about the short little season thing? When did
Not
you first
that
hear
long
about that?
ago. It's been out
Yeah,
for a
right.
couple years, but I just heard about it about 3 months
So
ago, really.
if I tell you that like I was reading Revelation and I was like talking to my friend on a live stream like this, right, with 0 people watching, right, 0 or maybe 1, right, and let me tell you, dude, I was like, maybe we're in that, and like my friend freaking ran with it, and he truly believed that we were in the little season
Like
5
like
years
that.
ago, five years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, it's in the scripture, man, realistically. And if you understand,
No,
if you have been it's not.
the thing is, no, it's in the scripture. It's in the scripture, but like Jesus would have to be gone, like hiding or something.
Well,
There's no way.
here's the thing. When, in the scripture, they were saying Jesus was talking with his disciples and said that some of you men will be here when the rapture happens. So he wasn't talking about thousands of years where we're at now as far as the timeline. So
Not rapture. Not rapture.
Rapture
You're
wasn't
no, you're
before I
talking about
returned.
something
Yeah.
different.
And
Right.
I think he was making reference to his resurrection at the point.
His resurrection. Okay, that's what it
The
was. So he was
second,
gonna come back. Right.
resurrection.
Yeah.
Second.
My bad.
Sorry.
But
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's what
just.
they're saying.
anyways,
They're saying
before you go any further, JJ, I got something to say. When I was a kid, my dad actually was a preacher, basically, and he went through coordinates and did all this research to it. Back in the '80s, they were talking about this stuff too. There were people,
Were they talking about the
Yeah.
little season?
in
Really?
the churches, dude. Yeah,
Because
there's
I asked my mom. I said, because my mom, reads the Bible every year. She's like,
Yeah.
like your dad,
Mhm.
and she was like, and she didn't really have a response for that. She's like, well, I don't know. Like,
Well, it's
I
just
was like,
pointing out,
Mom, it's
it's
a
just pointing out
thing.
the timeline has been altered because he was saying that some of his disciples will be there when it happened, and so he's referring to something way more present than thousands of years where we're at now, and people are waiting for it to come or whatnot. But there's plenty of evidence to support that they added the M, like on the Statue of Liberty's book that she's holding, and it always looks a little out of place, like it was added later on some of these building old structures. But it's just a matter
Oh,
of
you're saying like the eye,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the
He's
coins, there's
talking
like
about
a
the 1,000 years they added.
J175. Yeah, they just added 1,000 years, and that's why people are still waiting for it to happen. But it's already happened. And then Satan does have a little season in as far as the scriptures go, and he's allowed to deceive humanity.
Do you know what
for a
happens
period.
next? Do you know what happens next though? Like let's say we're in the little season, right? You know what happens?
According
He builds.
to
According to scripture.
right.
What happens?
He's supposed to only have a short season, and then they're gonna whoever has basically in the books gets to be saved, and everyone gets basically thrown in the pits of hell. Basically,
Well, no, he builds the Gog and Magog
Magog
army,
Mhm.
Gog
Right,
and Magog army,
right.
and then
You go after
the final,
Israel, dude. Yeah, so
Mhm.
the final like war. It's
Yeah.
like a final war, and then he comes back and he just destroys everyone. He throws
But-
them all in the pit, and not
Here-
everyone. I'm just saying, like the bad.
Yeah.
there's other things that got to happen too that coincide with that. And
Well, there's bowls. There's tons of bowls, like 7 bowls.
tons of bowls, yeah, and trumpets. Bowls and
Yeah.
trumpets, yeah, and plagues, and the
But
Great
I-
Tribulation. Yeah.
I do recall what I was going to get to earlier, so I'm going to go with that before I forget. My theory is that if they've rewritten history, and we rely on all these historians and all this shit, which is just his story, right? It's like I have a theory that they justify to themselves, that they didn't do any wrong because they always leave the truth in your face somewhere. Like if you go look, you will find the truth. And I think that's due to justification that's your ignorance, that you're where you're at and you didn't do the due diligence, right? So they hide God.
Cogdis.
They think they're outplaying God and outsmarting God, and they're literally hiding God from humanity. And I think they're they're going to justify that they didn't do any wrong. Now, when we have these historians that we like say Tesla or Bird that went to Antarctica, I think these guys are all Masons. First of all,
Yeah,
second of all, I think they all have a part to play. Like they literally play the good cop and the bad cop. So they just keep us content on this whole duration.
it's
you know
like
what I'm
there's a
saying?
writer, a narrator to history, right?
Well, of course, it's his story, right? So it's all going to be scripted. We've been shown time and time that a lot of this shit is scripted, right? Between 9/11 or Donald Trump's ear, or all that shit was like made fun of many years of before, right?
Who's
So
writing the script?
these aren't prophets.
Who wrote it? Who wrote it?
I
It's
don't
the
know.
powers that be, right?
No,
Whoever
no.
the victors are, the victors
Satan.
get to
Satan.
write. Well, yeah. if
Or whatever
it
you
ain't
call it.
Satan-
Hasatan.
If it ain't Satan, it's Satan worshipers. You know what I mean? Like my dad told me tonight, I don't even believe in Satan. It's like, well, it don't matter, buddy, because these people do.
No,
So,
that's what they want. Satan wants you to say he's not real. I'm not real. That's what he wants, dude.
yeah, it's
Well,
all
Yeah,
about
or I don't
that way
call
you can get
him.
away with stuff, dude. You can get away with anything you
Yeah,
want.
in the shadows.
yeah. And a lot of people think just giving attention to Satan's little season is not good because you're just giving your attention to the devil and all this. But it's like, I just want the truth, man. I question everything, and
Dude,
the truth,
what's
the truth
next for
doesn't
you?
fear investigation.
Upward rising? Upward rising.
What?
I'm just joking. I'm making
No,
up.
don't get into that.
We're
I'll
going
call
up
you Bill.
upwards.
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
kidding.
it just
JJ.
it makes a
But
lot of
dude,
sense.
like
to me.
like I said, like I went through it. Yeah, I went through it like 5 years ago, and then now it's like, oh, I realized it was a scam. It's one of those. What are they like? What do you call those Easter eggs?
Yeah. Well, when you look at the real world, from an outside perspective of all of our conspiracies and all this shit, it's
Yeah.
like you can't look me in the eye and tell me that this place ain't ran by evil people and that there's deception everywhere you look. There's deception everywhere. And once you realize that, well, how are we not in Satan's season?
I
How
know.
are we
That's
not?
exactly. You
Go look at
dude.
hip hop. Go look at the Hollywood.
Mhm.
Go look at sports athletes. Go look at the symbolism and the secret societies. What's the secret? Satan's the secret.
Satan's got
In
his
my
own secret.
opinion. That's my
Wow.
opinion. Well,
That
it's
would-
all
that-
deception. If you're dealing with the devil, you're not going to know you're dealing with the devil. They deceive you on everything. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to think the devil, or in hell, you're in fire and torture, and no, really. If he runs this place, this is hell, but it's not what we're told hell looks like or feels like, but really you're just a slave in this system. And that's pretty hellish if you ask me.
Well, they
Yeah.
just say it is touted that he is the god of this
No.
world, dude. Right? Satan is the god
It's
of this
not.
world.
This
He
is not
runs-
hell.
No, but he's
First of
the
all-
god
It's being ran
First
by
of all-
these evil entities.
first of all,
that's all
hell-
I'm saying.
Hell, as you read it in the Bible, is Sheol. That's where your soul goes before the judgment, the end. So that's not hell. Dude. It's not like, what is it? Dante's Inferno.
Right. It just seems that it's being ran by evil, regardless of what it is, But
Well, JJ, I mean, like, if you want to, like, the Satan's short season, there's not like a timeline on it. If you look at the Bible, if you look at,
Right.
It's
don't know
little
how long
little
it's-
season. Little.
This is for a short season.
right, which Jesus
Yeah,
reigned
but-
for 1,000 years, so it's got to be less than that. Some people claim
It's-
it's over in 2026.
Is it?
I don't know where they got that from, but I've heard it.
Oh, the short season is over in 2026.
Yeah, I've heard it. It started in 1776, which kind of makes sense, just because that's when they told us about our independence and all this nonsense. Yeah. It's all just a story written by some evil entity, apparently. Apparently at some point in the juncture, some queers won a war because, it seems to me like these evil people that are pedophiles and all this shit, are in charge.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Just keep it simple. I don't know.
Keep it simple. YouTube. This is YouTube, dude. Like what? But you're right. Like you're. I mean, kind of.
I want to lighten
Yeah.
things up for a minute. So
Yeah,
I
lighten them up. Light them up.
Light it up.
I'll lighten it up. I want to show you the our purpose in a global dating network. This is what they want to do. So this is basically a map of the satellite trails around the Earth. I think they got a YouTube video. Should we watch it? Yeah, I think that's a satellite. You see that in the corner?
Yeah, watch it. Why not? Right?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Well,
I guess-
hold on. Are you gonna prove that there's real satellites spinning around the globe?
Oh, falling
Roger.
around the globe, falling. And they're
That,
falling.
no, listen. That's what I was gonna say because in 1995, okay, so for JJ, 1995, I was in college. I was in astronomy class, right? Astronomy. And I was like, so you're telling me that they're traveling, like they're like he just said, falling at the same exact rate as the gravity pulls down the satellite. I'm like, bullshit. And I became a truther right then in 1995 in college. I was like, this is bullshit. You guys are feeding me a bunch of bullshit. I'm like, I don't believe this at all.
Dude, it wouldn't let me click on that video. It wanted me to verify myself.
Of course not.
And it gave me no place to look at it to verify it. Like, okay.
Trust me,
that was-
bro.
I bet you if I look up a video, I got another little site I had here. Hold on, let's see.
That's what it was too. It's like, trust me, bro. Like the professor is like, yes, we are traveling
did it.
around.
We already did the math.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you should just trust us, bro. We did the math. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is like, I felt like I was wasting all my money, which I was, in college. I was like, oh, I'm wasting all my money. It's bullshit. Just complete bullshit.
Yeah, I'm looking for another satellite video. I got one about antennas here. Let's see. Satellite. And they look at Sputnik. There you go. That was real, wasn't it? They just tossed the ball up in the air and it just orbited around the Earth.
I've been seeing people freaking want to talk to Justin, JJ. I'm like, what do you ever say that's like so
I know.
horrible? Or even
Yeah,
Derek. I mean, not Derek, freaking Derek. Oh wow, I got Derek on my mind. Freaking baby daddy.
Derek's right in the audience there. Hey, hi, Derek.
No,
How you
I
doing?
know, yeah.
I'm looking for a video.
Or
on
even
satellite.
Roger. Like
I can't
Roger
find
never said, oh yeah, you can't find it because you know why? Same thing. I just tried to look up freaking perlite and vermiculite. I'm like, okay, in a furnace. Back in the day, 5 years ago, you could see it. Boom.
Yeah.
But now, you know what? AI. You know why?
Why?
AI.
Okay.
Oh, AI. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, not kidding.
Dude, I
Just joking. But
I
no,
kinda had
Justin, seriously, while you're here, what is the 07 thing?
It's a salute.
What does that mean? Like,
The O is your head and the 7 is your arm saluting. It's a salute sign.
Oh, he's holding his hands up like this, like
Yeah, it's like a
oh,
salute.
like a real soldier, like down,
Yeah, like a
not-
soldier, brother.
not up, like a freaking Nazi.
no, it's out. It's from your forehead.
It's
it's
down.
elbow, like a salute.
Yeah, well, it's kind of down, I guess, at an angle. Yeah.
yeah, like you can't go up because it's okay. I got you. All right, easy,
It's
simple.
it's the lazy man that doesn't want to go through the.
It's just
emoji.
saying, hey, salute you.
We
Before
salute
emojis used to do
you.
like the semicolon, whatever. Just to make a
Emojis.
smiley.
What
Yeah,
are you,
before
12?
Yeah,
Hey,
yes.
That's why I simplified. I didn't have to go to the emojis to basically.
I like that exactly.
know?
And this is good.
Keep it simple.
Be a
Stu.
man, be a real man, and not use emojis. Everyone.
I take offense to that, Scott.
Okay, well, guess what?
Real man.
I don't care. Roger, I love Roger because he doesn't ever say LOL and
Hello.
emoji
now-
and thumbs
now I'm
up
tilted.
and
Now I'm tilted.
you're on tilt.
Yeah, I'm on tilt.
Well, don't
You're all
don't
in-
rage
you're all
quit,
in on
man.
tilt.
Don't rage quit.
quit. He would never rage quit. It's funny. Anyway, sorry.
So basically, I'm looking at some more indexes. These are just frequency indexes that they give you of satellites too. I'm going through one of the sites right now. I'm looking to see if anything interesting pops out. But I had an idea. What a lot of these satellites they put out of commission, and there's a lot in the index.
Hey, is there a video of a satellite from another satellite?
I
A video?
do.
No, there's not. Is there? I'm
No, they
triggered
didn't.
too.
But
I'm very triggered.
I went through all the I went through all the satellite networks that are available, like 4 of them, and I don't see anything in there. DirecTV like put 7 different satellites out of commission over the last 10 years or more. And what I'm thinking is when they relaunch those Satelloons, they recommission a different one, and they give you a different reference point to go to, and it only lasts for a couple of years. Then when that Satelloon goes down, they recommission a different one, and they give you another coordinate for your satellite. Literally, that would make a lot of sense, dude. Like,
Dude, Roger, look at how people love emojis so much that how dare you talk about emojis? And then people just go emoji, 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 emoji.
I put
Like,
an LOL in the chat right away.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, baby.
Dude, thank you for
Laugh
proving
out
my
loud.
point.
you're not laughing your
Yeah.
ass off.
Well, you know what that means though? It's 101.
No, it's an L.
What is that?
Laugh
Remember?
out loud.
No, it's not laugh out loud. It's freaking symbols, dude.
Oh,
Remember freaking what was it? Green Lantern. Remember Green Lantern? What was his little freaking symbol on his?
It looks
on
like
his-
an LOL, actually.
Yeah.
You turn it on the
Uh-huh.
side. Yeah. It's supposed to be
Well, no,
supposed to be a
it's
lantern.
101.
Well, they got the Green Lantern symbol from. You ever seen a train lantern, the old kerosene ones they used to carry around?
Mhm.
That's what it's supposed to be, basically. That's what the symbol represents. So, but they turned it on its side, or no, it's right. It's right side up.
No,
yeah,
it's
you're
101.
just jealous, guy. You're jealous, man. I figured
I'm
it out.
jealous that I
Yeah.
can't use
'Cause
emojis.
You're not a kid anymore.
Look at Mr.
You're
Super.
you're old, and you know.
I'm old.
Yeah,
Hold on,
man.
I'm younger than
Yeah.
you. How old are you?
I'm like pushing 50, bro.
Yeah, I'm pushing 52, but like
All you
Not-
young men, look at you.
I know, like Roger's old. What are you talking about?
I'll
Yeah.
be
48. How old are you, JJ?
I'll go going on 50.
48.
Yeah, you're saving
I think-
77?
I think.
77?
Yeah, 77.
77.
There you
Boom. Me,
I
and
can't
you,
do math, though.
freaking
I'm a flat earther.
NDB, Karen B. Tons of people
Oh,
are 77.
God. Get a
Yeah, we're
shovel.
old. We're old now.
Get
Guess
a
what?
shovel.
You're old. You're old. Don't use emojis. That's
Yeah,
all.
man. You know, I'm hip.
You're
like
not 12.
that, you know?
You're
Hip.
hip.
Hip. I got a broken
You got that.
hair.
You got that hip beard. You're rocking it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm working
right,
on a
bro.
hip replacement right now. That's what I'm working on.
Right. You better stay
hip
hip before you break a hip.
replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his hip skateboarding, dude.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. You got to give that up, Raj. The breaking hip part.
Oh, I'm not gonna break my hip. I've landed on it hard plenty.
Dude, I'm about to skateboard and I'm gonna break my hip for real. I'm not joking. I have yeah, giant tires on my. I was thinking about this. I'm like skateboarding down my mountain hill thing that I have here, like with the giant tires. Boom, breaking the hip.
Why not?
Done.
Go for it.
I've already freaking broken my wrist.
Ooh,
BMXing.
I got one
BMXing.
thing to say to that, dude. That's OMG. You know? OMG.
Yeah. Well, hopefully there'll be a video.
OMG.
There'll be a video.
Those were emojis before emojis, though. You know? Predating
my
the
band-
emoji.
My band had a song called OMG. I'm like, what are we
Really?
doing? Yeah.
How old are you,
Yes.
dude?
Well,
OMG.
it was making fun of this whole point.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
More like ODB, old dirty
OTB.
bastard.
What happened, old
Oh,
dirty?
oh, that's a good ODB.
All right.
Did he
No,
didn't make
no,
it
I
out
mean,
of
not
jail?
good.
Though, did he?
No, he won the lottery and then he took a limo to the. What did he go? He took a limo to the freaking. What's it called when you got the free money from the government? To get your free money. He's like, I won the lottery. Took a limo. Yeah, and he's dead.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. I think. I'm
Houston.
looking through the Flat Earth Library videos, see what I can pull up here. They got some decent stuff they've been putting out, like just straight up proofs, like airplane flights. They're basically just walking you through them on the Mercator versus the Globe. I like their demonstrations. They're just plain and simple.
Huh.
They got another video. The moon landing's not real. That's got 154 views on it. Decent.
You just reminded me of a thought that came full circle when I was talking about how they play the good cop, bad cop. With some of these maps, you know how they show us this map, that map. You know, Gleason, you know, he got it through because he followed some regulations and blah blah blah, or whatever he had to do to get there. But that's just another demonstration of what I'm talking about. How, you know, they're showing you truth, man, constantly. You know, but then they're gonna play like they're the opposing side. You see what I'm
Do
saying?
you believe? Like, I believe that they have to show you the truth. Like,
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like, you know, to avoid the, what do you call it? The moral.
The wrath of God justifying they didn't do no wrong.
The judgment. Yeah.
Yeah, judgment.
They're like, well, we showed you guys, and so guess what?
I'm saying.
I agree with you.
I found something I want to watch. It's called Who is Einstein Really?
I don't even know if these people.
He made a sweater. I heard.
No, it was a blouse.
A blouse sweater. Oh, my bad, dude. Blouse. Yeah.
He might have just been some nobody, as far as we know. You can't prove anything from back then, you know. It's
probably like the beginning of MK Ultra.
Guess what? The people who told you about Einstein, think about how creditable these people are, guys. How creditable are these people? But we're going to believe that Einstein was who they said he was.
You mean his story?
Now here's something funny about Einstein. You want to hear this?
It's mind-blowing how easy it is to fall into that trap.
I was talking to some people up here in Colorado at the college, like just people hanging out in the coffee shops and stuff. And I brought up flat Earth and I brought up Einstein. And there are a couple of the old timers said that Einstein actually considered the theory of flat Earth and it was actually probably a proponent of it. That's what they were telling me. Like literally, I'm like, really? Was Einstein a flat earther and they made it look like he was a globie? I don't know. But I wasn't there, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And just the credibility thing is important because there's a reason why credibility needs to be held to a high standard, right? I mean, it goes without saying why credibility is a thing, you know?
It is.
But,
It should be.
but yet we're constantly entertaining somebody with zero credibility, a lack of credibility. And we just constantly rely on them teaching your children, next generation. It's just when does it stop, right? We have to stop complying. And it's hard, man, to unlearn. That's why I always say that the highest form of education today is the ability to unlearn.
Yeah, remember that one guy? What's his name? Lex something? Unlearn the lies.
That'd be hard to do, though, wouldn't it? I mean,
unlearn.
You got to be able to do that before you can, you know, re-educate.
Yeah,
and we get started at 50. You know, you start over at 50.
Say it. Unlearn and then re-educate.
Yeah, unlearn and re-educate.
Yeah,
it's true.
Go.
How can you do that though? That's
autodidactic at 50. You know,
that'd be hard because you got a lot of learning stuff that you would have to get rid of.
Yes, exactly right.
Mm-hmm. So I want to play this and see what they say about who Einstein really was. It looks like they just trimmed out a Family Guy clip. What it looks like. I don't know if they mentioned Einstein in Family Guy. They probably have. Let's take a look at it right quick.
Yeah, a lot of creative people have mindless jobs. Michelangelo worked in a marble quarry. Herman Melville was a customs agent. Albert Einstein worked for the patent office.
And what is it you want to patent, Herr Smith?
I call it Smith's theory of relativity.
Hey, look at this.
What?
Well, in 1895, Einstein, he failed a simple entrance exam to an engineering school in Zurich. Okay, he was a dropout. He was a dropout student. He was cruel to his first wife. He beat her. He cheated on her. Then he married his cousin, who he cheated on constantly. He estranged from his sons. He left them with no money, although he had it. He was a Marxist who hated McCarthy for hunting commies. In fact, he was mentioned by Stalin Soviets as a close friend. This TV show says, oh, he was just an internationalist. No, he was a commie. He says he was a pacifist, but he wanted war with Germany. He actually wanted to genocide Germans. There was a quote where he said, the Germans can be killed or constrained after the war, but they cannot be re-educated to a democratic way of thinking and acting. It is hoped that by war's end, they will largely have been killed off. Albert Einstein said this. At Lincoln University, California, Einstein gave a speech in which he called racism a disease of white people and added, "I do not intend to be quiet about it." But he was vehemently anti-nationalist and anti-white, but very, very pro-Jewish. In fact, he was offered a presidency of Israel. He politely declined the offer by saying, "I'm deeply moved by the offer from our state of Israel and at once saddened and ashamed that I cannot accept." He was a hardcore Zionist, but opposed nationalism at every turn for Europeans. In fact, he wanted to crush it. So, what did he give us anyway? Everything is relative, moral relativism, nothing is certain, no such thing as an absolute, anything goes, what is truth anyway, there's no meaning except relativism, of course, right? So only his view of the universe is the right one that we're all choking to death on, right? And many physicists disagree with his theories because that's all they are, is theories. Well, how has he even gotten this big in the first place? Well, it's a fact that his work was not only twisted, unscientific ideas, but that it was science that was plagiarized. I know Red Eyes did a show on this, a great show on this, covering this in detail. His writings included his popular 1924 book, Meaning of Relativity, which was plagiarized from the Lorentz transformation, plagiarism of the mass energy equivalence, largely based on the work of George Fitzgerald and Hendrik Lorentz, Irish and Dutch theoretical physicists, and also the work of French physicist Henri, help me with this, Poincaré.
Henri Poincaré.
There you go. He developed
Henri Poincaré.
There you go. He developed a theory of relativity years before Einstein. And it gets worse. Plagiarism of Paul Gerber's groundbreaking work on the speed of gravity. Okay, this was a German guy. And the idea that the speed of light was a constant and was independent of the motion of its source was not Einstein's at all, but was proposed by the Scottish scientist James Maxwell in 1878. Also, Bernhard Riemann, a German, was the first to develop a sound non-Euclidean geometry, which is the basis of all the math he used to describe relativity. Also, it goes on, Heinrich Hertz, the father of the unit of frequency Hertz, right, sound vibration, discovered that electrodes illuminated with ultraviolet light and they create electric sparks more easily. Well, in 1905, Einstein published a paper explaining the same experiment from Hertz's photoelectric effect, and it was actually Hertz's discovery that led to the quantum revolution, yet Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1921 for the discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. Okay? It goes on. Nikola Tesla, he could not stand Einstein. In fact, he called him an old crank. He gave a scathing analysis of Einstein's relativity theory, calling it a magnificent mathematical garb, which fascinates, dazzles, and makes people blind to the underlying errors. The theory is like a beggar clothed in purple whom ignorant people take for a king. He said this in 1935. John Murray Cudahy, a brilliant known sociologist, said Einstein was motivated by a desire to distort and destroy Western science. Very, very accurate. Dayton Clarence Miller, president of Britain's Royal Astronomical Society, disagreed with all Einstein's theory. He had his own absolute space theory, which is interesting. And it goes on. 100 prestigious Austrian and German scientists denounced him in this book, 100, I don't know how to say it, Otteringen, I'll pull it up right here, accused him of being a pseudo-mysticism and pseudo-mystic and just speculating everything, basically. 100 scientists. H.L. Mencken, there's sound reason for believing that Einstein will not hold up in the long run. His curved space may be classed with psychosemantic bumps of Gall and Spurzheim, two other brilliant scientists. So the point is, we wouldn't be in the Stone Age without him, hardly. We'd be cultivating other planets by now, right? And then people who say, oh, you're just jealous of him, or, oh, it's because he's Jewish. No, it's because he was a thief, a liar, and a plagiarist, and an awful person in his private life, and true brilliant people couldn't stand him, and they viewed him as a crackpot, and a liar and a plagiarist because he was. And Einstein criticized scientists he felt threatened by true geniuses like Erwin Schrödinger, quantum theory, Werner Heisenberg, Hilbert,
this chick
Planck.
is hilarious.
He was actually the jealous one who was attacking all these, but he was propped up as the archetype of brilliance, genius, and science, the smartest man alive. and he was a Jew, right? So he's just a pure creation, basically, of Jewish media hype that was manufactured in the 20s, basically like a pop star. But he was a commie who failed his college entrance exam and shamelessly ripped off true geniuses.
Austrian.
So he's all smoke and mirrors. He's a fraud, people. And I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but it's massive. Germany, Henrik, as you said, was thriving. I mean, just amazing minds were coming out of Germany in this time. It's not like Einstein took Germany out of some kind of Stone Age and they were, they were not going to advance without his
Isn't it funny though, like,
right?
how like people say Tesla was fake? I'm like, okay, so Tesla was fake, and then this guy was real. Like,
They're all fake, man. They get to rewrite history.
Oh, they're all fake, and they're all men.
Well, if they did rewrite
women?
history, right? Think about it.
Just-
If they
just
rewrote
kidding.
history, wouldn't they write both sides of it?
I think they probably would.
Didn't you know that the theory of relativity involves banging your cousins?
Yeah, E equals MC squared, and cousin twice.
Right.
Yeah.
But imagine
But
that. fraud.
you know what I realized though, JJ? Like I watched a movie about what was it called? The Hatfields and McCoys, right?
Uh-huh.
Remember that whole story, right?
Yeah.
And I looked into it. I was like, okay, so I want to know about like what happened during that period of time, like 1890 or something, or 1860. I found nothing. I'm like, wait, no, there's no way. There's no scripts, like writers. They're like, no, nobody has any information about what do you call that? What was it in El Paso? Or not El Paso. What was it called? That little freaking tiny little building, the shootout. What was it called?
Okay, Corral.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly the same thing.
No, not the OK.
No, what's the other one?
Alamo.
That was Tombstone.
Alamo.
The Alamo.
The Alamo, right? I'm like, dude, is there any actual factual information? No. They're like, no, they just don't have anything. I'm like, that was only like what 170 years ago, or whatever it was. Not even that long ago.
Well, suppose wasn't Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone at the Alamo? One of the two.
Same kind of thing, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like these fantasy history bullshit. It's like, what the
all a
heck?
crock, dude. All of it's a crock, man.
That was a good one.
It
All
just
of
proves it, though. Like it proves it's a crock of shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, crock of shit. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Once you
That was
see
a-
it, man, you can't unsee it, bro.
I have an idea. There's actually a lab over here in Colorado Springs that Tesla supposedly set up, and you can actually take a tour of it. I'm going to go take a tour and record my tour, and I'll put it on the show. I'll go look at the lab. It's in Colorado Springs, supposedly. So that would be a good little thing to go look at, And I think it would be fun to do. Go look at Tesla's lab. I wonder what's
Heck
there.
yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. We can put it on the map. If you know what I'm saying, JJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they like
here-
to do that. They plant their little seeds to double down on their written history. Like, oh, you can go to the museum and see dinosaur bones. Does that make dinosaurs real, man? Nah, dog.
Dude,
Nah.
I have a song. It's called "Dinosaurs Are Real."
Oh, you
Cat.
do? Oh,
Dinosaurs
that
are real.
makes your last song. you put
Dinosaurs
out.
are real. Go look at them in the museum. Dinosaurs are real. Yeah, that's my song. It's good.
That's it.
Didn't you?
It's a banger.
Didn't you just do a song? You put out a new one just recently, didn't you?
What is it called? The Killers. Yeah, the Killers. That drummer is pretty good. So I did a good job. Decent. Yeah.
Take a
Let's
look.
play
at
it.
Somebody
JJ,
told me
what kind of
that
music do you like? I don't know, JJ. Your music taste.
Mostly,
Your taste.
I like a lot of music, but mostly classic rock, man. I'm old school. You can't go
Classic?
wrong with classic rock. Yo, hell yeah.
Nice. You're
go wrong.
well. Yeah, you're my age.
Yeah, they don't make it like they used to, brother.
Oh,
Maybe
I know.
Put together
But-
a band, JJ. Go for
But
it.
what I did was I moved to a mountain in the middle of nowhere, like with just 1,000 people that live in this area, right? And
Right.
I have two bands, but like this is my first band I created. But like there's a little midgets. There's a keyboard player and the guitarist on the right hand side. They're little tiny midgets. They're 5'3", and I'm like, wow, I'm in a band, and they're like freaking amazing. Like they're artists, like they're like real musicians.
Nice.
And then you have me back there smashing the drums, and then you have Patrick. And last night I met Patrick's the bassist right there on the right, like in the middle. His brother goes, "You're a flat earther." Were you here last night or 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Or last night? And I was like, "What, dude? You're a flat earther?" He's like, "Yeah. Patrick's retarded." I'm like, "Oh." You know, like you know about flat Earth. It was awesome.
Yeah, once you start showing them evidence and they just go straight into denial and they're not going to think about anything at all, so they can't wrap their minds around two different ideas. That's just a first step to show that you either don't want to or you can't. Which one is it? Like, yeah, globe, flat. You can actually look at the math. You can look at what they have. You can determine what's real out of the two. The reason they don't want to look at it is because they'll have to fall in like, well, that is a fact. I can see Chicago across the lake.
Dude, that's a big American flag, though.
How do you like I was going to ask you, how do you like that, your commie background, dude? You know,
commie?
That commie background there.
Honestly, I would put it upside down.
Yeah.
Distress.
That means distress. Yeah, exactly.
Halfway.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, it's just you know what it is. It's people that have money. They got money, and this is like their side gig.
Yeah.
This lady, I know the lady that owns the place, and you know whatever. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. What do you?
The talk of the.
What do you think, JJ? What do you think, JJ? Let's hear it.
Think about.
Well, before I play it, I want to say something. That just reminded me of a band. Everybody's all talking about dinosaurs. What do you think of Dinosaur Jr. as a band?
One song that has one hit.
Yeah,
that's a. Real
Remember
band.
what was that? Yeah, Dinosaur Jr. Remember?
Yeah, it's an actual band.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, so they had a one-hit wonder, and it was what song was it, Roger? Oh, now I'm gonna hear it. Oh, what was it, dude?
It's been forever. I actually had one of their albums and that had that hit on it. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know you're out there. I know you're out there. No.
What kind of band was it? Was it a ska band, man?
It was no. It was like a
it's completely different, dude. It's like alternative.
Grungy, like kind of grungy alternative.
Gotcha.
1995 maybe.
Around there, around 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's with the gravestones? Somebody asked.
It's Halloween, dude.
That's freaking Halloween. Yeah,
dude.
they're getting. I know. And do you hate Halloween too? I hate Halloween. I hate it.
It's evil, man. They're all
Halloween.
evil. They celebrate evil.
Yeah, they're celebrating evil.
Souls Day, dude. All Souls
I always say my favorite time of the year is after Halloween. When Halloween's over, then it's like fall and then Christmas, or not Christmas, but you know, like winter. I love the cold. Anyway, whatever.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play this and get out of here, guys. It's 1:30 here, and I got to work tomorrow. So,
right on.
All right, gentlemen. Scott,
you go to sleep now.
Go subscribe to Scott's channel.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow night, 5:30, or today, I should say, tonight at 5:30.
Today,
yeah.
All right, here you go, gentlemen. Scott Level Realm. What's the name of Who Light? Is this the Hooligans? Hop Light
Gear
Hooligans?
Shot. No, Gear Shot.
Gear Shot. This is Gear Shot.
Gear Shot. Yeah, my other band.
All right.
That was a flat earther. He's like, what?
We're all flat earthers, man. I just want to know.
Everybody.
Bring it back down.
Oh, I think there's like two guys that walk by, and they look like boyfriend and girlfriend. I think, like, yeah, watch. It's so funny, dude. Moonlight. Carl. Where's Carl?
He's not here tonight.
Yeah, it said Moonlight.
Yeah, there is
Moonlight. Ooh, what does that mean?
Moonlight. Doing good tonight. More cowbell though.
More cowbell.
There it was. There was two guys walking by.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She had a boyfriend that looked like a girlfriend.
There they are. Oh, watch the lake.
That wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, it wasn't
You're drumming.
too bad.
You
It was all right.
He's a fast player. I got it, but I mean, as that goes, you did a good job with it.
How long you been playing there, brother?
We're going 30 years since 1995.
You been playing drums that long?
Yeah, like
Dang.
live. Yeah, 30. Dude, we're old, dude. JJ, we're old.
Jeez, man.
30, dude. 30
He's waiting for that big record deal in the
3
big
decades.
I'm not waiting for anything.
You're gonna make
Yeah,
it
3
happen.
decades. But I've been playing music like since I was like 5. Like trumpet. I played trumpet and keyboard or piano.
So your dream
French
wasn't-
horn.
Yeah. your
I
dream
broke my
wasn't-
hand.
Think about
Dude,
it.
I broke my hand on someone's head, and then I had to play French horn because I played trumpet, and my right hand, right hand trumpet,
Got it.
left hand is French horn, and I stuffed my my right hand in the French horn.
So the French horn
Yeah.
was made by the devil. Is what you're saying?
I don't know. I mean, I just
Left-handed,
yeah, it's left-handed. No, I don't believe that.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a lot of friends left-handed.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. What I was going to say, your dream wasn't to get on a poster on every girl's wall as a rock musician.
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay, good. All right, we're going to say goodnight to
I
everybody.
mean, good night, Gracie.
Okay, I'm not trying to cut everybody off. If you've got any last things you want to say, you can go for it.
Famous last words.
Oh,
Hey, I
yeah.
appreciate you guys, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. And thanks, Roger. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah,
Much
dude.
love. God bless.
I like what you said tonight. That was good.
That was good.
Not me.
Yeah, man.
Not me. You.
This guy?
You got
Yeah, that guy. The guy with the
Right on.
long beard.
Well, I
long beard.
appreciate that, man. It's nice to vent every once in a while. Not everybody agrees with the rants, but hey, it's good to
Oh, it's good.
good to bullshit, man. I appreciate you guys. Can't wait till the next one.
Okay.
Peace.
Later, fellas.
Peace.
Later, guys. Let me end this thing.